Good morning. It is Tuesday, September 16th, 2025 at approximately 10:33 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in the San Gabriels. And I am trying out another coffee that I haven't really tried before from Starbucks. I did ask, was it a little sweet, just a tiny bit. It's a little stronger, but it is the grande ice shaken espresso. And I didn't want a big one. I'm still trying to save a quarter here and there, which is not necessarily necessary. But you know what? It actually just tastes like iced coffee still. A lot of these coffees are variations of the same thing. Some of them taste just alike, some of them are just a little bit sweeter. You can make your own iced coffee. I almost had a fit there for a moment. And I also got me a jalapeno chicken. Jalapeno chicken. This one's something small. But it's gonna be a really short one. Right now, this morning, maybe some of you heard, I really didn't want to remember the person's name, but how much money should you carry when you're traveling? Well, let me rephrase that. How much money should you carry when you're on a plane? Now, I always fill out these forms when you go to a foreign country or someplace else, or even usually inside the country. They don't usually ask you that. But when I hear about money being stolen from the powers that be, if you carry anything over a certain amount of money, as I read here, if you are carrying over $10,000, you would need to declare it. Now, I always wonder what the word declare means for years, and I still do wonder, and I'm reading about it. But many times you're already on the plane and you fill out these forms, especially if you're going to a foreign country, and how much do you declare? And they ask you if it's cash or things like that. Now, I was told in the past, because I wasn't sure about anything, you shouldn't carry no more than probably about $600 with you in cash. Of course, that's nothing. I traveled with less, probably because I didn't have it. But I traveled with at least 600. But if you're with your significant other, you take that in half, so it's really $300 when you look at it. So if you're the one that's carrying the money and you have a significant other, I still write down, I declare it, even though I don't understand when I don't have no significant amount of money of $10,000 or $1,000. Most everything I do is credit card, or back in the day, traveler's checks. I never really use anything else. But when you hear about going from one place to the next, and you take a little bit of money and it's a significant amount, maybe you should not take as much as you should, because the thieves are not necessarily who you think it should be. And when I say that, I mean locally, you hear people being accosted because they see someone take out a lot of money and they really don't have that much. But when you're talking about thousands of dollars, why would you be walking around with that kind of money? However, if you're getting on a plane, whether it's domestic or internationally, you should declare it. Because if you don't declare it, then they will take it from you. Now, how can they take away a person's livelihood, especially when they have a business, especially when you don't know what's going on? Why are they doing those types of things to individuals, knowing that most of us cannot fight back? They're just stealing your money and use it for what they want to use it for. But luckily, I have the common sense, because I don't have that kind of money. But whatever small amount that I carry with me, I do declare. Because more than likely, I'm not coming back with it no way, because it's only a little bit of money. But I definitely will not be carrying anything way beyond my means, even if I had a successful business. Because there's always the trick. That they pull on everybody. And that's why it's important for you to know exactly what you have to do before you travel anywhere. What are the rules and regulations? Because if you follow the rules and you follow the regulations, there ain't too much they can do for you. There ain't too much they can do to you. But it costs you, waste your time, as if you're nothing. So I can see why some people don't want to travel. I know a lot of times I don't want to go anywhere because you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to pack this, you have to pack that. And it wasn't that way in the past. But now we have to be cautious of what we carry with us. Sometimes you don't want to buy anything, some kind of fly. Sometimes you don't want to buy anything. And sometimes you bring money because you want to take advantage and buy something from the locals, especially if it's a foreign country, and bring things back. So I would say that no matter what you do, there is still a lot of uncertainty, because they still look at you as a person not in a good light. That's if they think you're a person. When most of us think the other people are the same. And that's terrible. Why travel anywhere if they're going to get in your way, regardless of how much money you carry? It even says here you can carry $40,000. It says don't fall into the trap of cutting close, having $9,900 and then money in your wallet, which could equal up to $10,000. That's really crazy. I'll see you in my next video. Didn't intend for it to be this long. But it's something to think about whenever you travel. If you're going to carry at least a certain amount of money, $1,000 is not much. $2,000 is not much. But to keep people stealing from you, whether they were hired or not, it's a crazy world out there. You can't trust anybody. And you see why people don't trust. You can't trust the neighborhood, and you can't trust the government to take care of you. That's a shame. No one cares. They just accost you. And because you can't afford to fight back, they tell you to go on your way. That's very sad. Like I said, I don't see how people can travel, even though traveling is really a minority, because everybody in the world can't go anywhere. But that's the way it is. I'll see you in my next video. Can I declare my Starbucks and my jalapeno chicken pocket? Don't take my money. I need to eat the next day.